Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, welcome back. It looks as though we have gotten another update regarding the situation as it relates to Diddy. So we definitely have to get into a few things, okay? But before we do that, make sure that you guys are coming into the video. You are liking up the video. I was planning on coming to you guys anyway today because I wanted to chat about what's her name? I believe is Cola Booth, the woman that is alleged to have been close friends with Kim Porter. So I definitely wanted to come and talk about her and the things that she was putting out, the things that she was saying, because she needed to come back out and clarify due to some things regarding her attorney or whatnot. And so I definitely wanted to come and make sure that we chat about that. Make sure that you guys are indeed liking up the video, and I am just trying to put some final touches on here. Give me a second as we get into a few more things here. What's going on, everybody? Good morning, child. Okay, don't they got us up early in the morning ready to get into some things about Diddy? Listen, just want to make sure I put this up. What's up, y'all? We got about 140 some people in the chat. Make sure you're liking the video, you're sharing the video. I don't know why it's showing 12 likes on my side, but that's what I'm seeing. So hopefully we could get those numbers up as we wait for more people to come on into the room. Okay. Get this together. All right, all right, all right. Okay. All right. So I do want to see what they have to say, and then we'll get into more. All right, y'all. So let me go ahead and get this up on the screen for you guys, because it looks like Diddy has taken to his social media. And you know what? I have to say, good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Listen, I have to say, I was sitting over here like, I know last night, and y'all, the people that follow me on Twitter probably heard me say, I was like, okay, so what's going on with the attorney? Like, knock, knock, where you at? Hello? Because when people were putting allegations out there or whatever, you were quick to respond. When Cassie dropped this lawsuit, you were quick to respond. So now I'm over here like, what's going on? You haven't responded. Oh, you can't defend it? Is that what's really going on? That must be what it is. So I guess he figured between Diddy, his PR people, ain't no telling who else, they have decided, you know what's going to be best? It's going to be best if you actually take to your social media and let the people hear you. They have not heard you this entire time. Now we gonna listen to it together. And I need y'all to tell me what y'all are thinking as you're listening to it, and once you've processed it all, let me know what you're thinking. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do it. Let's check it out. Make sure my audio is good.
Difficult to reflect on the
I want to start that up.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult to reflect on.
And we'll play it. We're gonna more than likely play it again, because I know more people are gonna be coming into the video and they're gonna be like, what did he say? I missed it. I missed it. And they're not gonna want to go back, right? So we'll definitely replay it again. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, for me personally, I'm not featuring it. I don't believe him. Okay. Um, I don't. I don't believe that he's sorry. I believe that he had to come to the front and address some things because this was some evidence that you could not possibly deny. You couldn't deny it even if you wanted to. And you know, it look, I'm like, let me relax myself because girl, I'm finna get real mad. But let me chill because I'm thinking about some of y'all men and women that was saying if it's Diddy in the video. If it's Diddy in the damn video. So now what are y'all gonna say that he has come to confirm that it was him in the video? Oh, I know what y'all gonna say. Well, at least he apologized for. He had apologized for that. Girl, bye. Sir, bye. Go away from us with this. Let me tell y'all, the same way Diddy came down here and sat in front of our faces after he played in it for many years to apologize, in my personal, that's the same way he was able to go and sit down to Cassie and tell her, oh, I'm sorry for this and that and what I did and how I harmed you and da 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 da. You had to go talk to God about it. I'm going to get the therapy that I need to get because I really want this relationship to survive. Like, that's what it was giving. I'm not believing nothing this man is talking about personally. I think he might be trying to save any piece of the coins that he does have. In my personal, I do. I think he's trying to save any piece of the coins that he does have, any connection, brands, whatever, people that have not put him completely down. I think he's trying to save it. And what better way than to do that than to get in front, acknowledge that you're aware of what has happened. Yes, it was you, admit it, and then turn around and admit fault and then apologize. And the caption says, I'm truly sorry. I don't feel like he is, because I feel like when Cassie's lawsuit came out, that was an opportunity to apologize. When Cassie's lawsuit came out, that was an opportunity for you to apologize and say, I'm sorry. Whether I did anything indirectly, directly, whatever, that was an opportunity and you did it. And I feel like had this video never came out, you would have never gave us that. You know what I'm saying? I do want to go to my, as I'm thinking about this, let me go to my bookmarks because I want to see, do I have that one video? I'm wondering if do I have that one? This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. Okay. This. Let me blow that one up more. This is what I want. Right here. You're sorry. But what awards was this in 2022? You're sorry, but you came to the front. Okay. And you wanted to make sure that you acknowledge Cassie for staying down with you during the hard times. Okay.
I got to give a special thank you to the people that was really like there for me. Bishop T.D. Jakes, my chief of staff, Christina Coram, KK, Lorianne Gibson, keeping me free. Yeah, and also Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love. And once again, I gotta thank Harlem Boogie Down Bro.
It was the switch up of the stance for me. Okay, but as I thought more about this video over the weekend and things, I'm starting to think the individuals that he highlighted that contributed towards his career for him to get to where he is, even though it's a much longer list than what he listed, I feel like these may be individuals that may have something, allegedly, in my opinion, something that may have some people that may have an issue with them. And I feel like he shouted them out specifically to let them know, can't stop, won't stop, ain't stopping nothing. And if you think about speaking or doing anything of that sort, know that I got tea on all of y'all and I can expose it at any moment. Like, that's how I started to look at this. I don't know the situation and the connections with TD Jakes. People have been calling him out for some time. I do feel like that shoe is going to drop at some point in my personal. It's already been stories out there about how his daughter Cora took that girl baby. And I'll never be over their situation until they let her get her child back. But anyway, girl, we're not even on that right now. All right. And so I feel like he may have something. Okay, not really featuring Diddy for real. He mentioned the chief of staff out of all of the people that you work with. You mentioned the chief of staff. So now I kind of want to go look that up and see what issues he or she, whoever KK may have with you. Lorianne Gibson, we know that you've been disrespectful for her to her. Did he fire her at one point? He fired her. They had their issue. Then she came. I feel like she about pressed charges on that man. Didn't he throw a chair or something happened? It was something legal that happened between Lori and Diddy. And I don't know if the situation, I believe the situation went away because Lorianne made it go away. And then they ended up being back cool, which is why he's like, shout out to Lorianne for keeping me free. Even though I feel like once somebody cross you, I feel like you know who they are. You know how to handle them. You know how to deal with them. So even though she may have come back around for a check or whatever, I don't think she ever really rocked with him for real, the same as she may have. I think she may have rocked with him for the optics of stuff. But that's sketchy. And then for you to highlight Cassie, I'm looking at this thank you message completely different now. Completely different for me. Okay, let me see what Plies had to say, because I do believe Plies came out and said something after this situation. He says, these NIGGAs have all this money, get these young chicks so they can control them. Then when the money and SEX ain't enough to control them, then they want to beat them. Ooh, come on, Plies. He says men with money want that young chick for two things. One, her body, and two, for control. And I hope the young people are listening. Okay. Then he goes on to say, this ain't got nothing to do with trying to tear down the black man, but got everything to do with what's right and what's wrong. And y'all heard that from Plies, okay? And I know y'all gonna be upset because we are gonna be playing Diddy's apology or whatever he decides to offer to the people. We're gonna continue to play that a few times throughout this video because I know that people have not heard it and people are going to be jumping in at different times. Okay, make sure that when you're jumping into the video, you are supporting by liking up the video. Looks like we have about 800 people in the chat and we got barely 200 likes. So if we could get to possibly 400, that would be great. All right, let's go ahead and get into this again.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got.
I gotta pause, y'all, for to be mad, okay? Because I done played it all the way through, but now I'm gonna have to pause. This man said it's so difficult to think through the darkest times of your life, but did you just sit your ass up here on this stage not too long ago and say shout out to Cassie for holding it down during the dark times? But you ain't mind speaking on the dark times to a woman that ain't been with your ass in years, that got a whole husband and kids now. Okay, and then you get your ass on the stage and make your speech about her. Meanwhile, not completely about her, but you ended it with her. And then you got another fool down there in the audience holding up a damn sign talking about some go poppy or whatever she's saying. And Barry sing. Okay, I don't believe it. I'm gonna let the people continue to eat up and support as they choose. But I can't. I don't believe nothing he's saying.
Gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom.
You hit rock bottom? I can't. You hit rock bottom, baby. That was in 2016. I think Cassie may have went on with another 2 years before she left him. I refuse. I do believe even more stuff, as we've read it in her lawsuit, took place beyond that. Sir, didn't she say she was in an apartment and this was after she had broke up with you? And see, now I'm over here wondering if I still got the lawsuit over here on my desk somewhere, okay? Because she also mentioned how she left you and then you made forceful entry into this woman's home only to therefore go on to continue to violate her. And these are her words now, okay? And it has been coming off to be true. So, sir, I'm not willing to believe that she's lying about that. Girl,
Make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
When you did that? When did you do that?
I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so
Girl, y'all, I just don't. You shouldn't be asking for forgiveness because nobody's willing to give it to you in this moment. And then I'm looking at the ceiling. I don't know why I'm all into his background, but it's giving. Where you at? Where you at? Is you on your way to Bali with Russell? Where you at right now? You have been a piece of low key, but not really, because you was down there in Miami, I believe. Okay, doing a few things I think with the family and all of that. So you low key, but you around at the same time. Thank you so much, son of Dennis, for the super chat. Make sure you like the video. Jamie be putting in that work. Love you, auntie. Thank you so much. I love you back. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Yes. Diddy, this is a mess. Somebody said, child, we don't know what else he was doing outside the video and for how long. This is PR and media coaching. He may be sorry, but it doesn't make it okay. He denied wrongdoing at first, which was a lie. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. That is the gag for me too. You literally sat up there and highlighted the fact that people, I don't even know if it's still on his page. I think he may have taken it up. Is it? And you have the audacity to still have this up. Had the comments on, y'all, turned the comments off. The comments got turned off. Then he limited his comments. Then after a while, he started to, and we'll come back to this post. He started to open up the comments. He started to get a bit more comfortable. And that's where he made this post, Time Tells Truth. I feel like this post may have come out around the same time that Christian dropped that song, that diss track to 50 Cent or whatever. Okay. So you put this out, Time Tells Truth, and a few days later, the truth was definitely told. Yikes. But this is what he said now back in December after a lot of these court cases, because I think Cassie dropped hers first. Someone else that used to work with him came out with another, she came out with a lawsuit saying that he violated her in the past. And then I think there was a 17-year-old out of Detroit that dropped a lawsuit as well. So a few lawsuits came out, and this is when he said enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Sir. And then you come down on the Lord's day. You come down on the Lord's day. And see, now I feel like that's even all strategic too. Did you come down on the Lord's day thinking that people that went to church today, maybe that they went to the church or they had church at home or whatever, did you think that was going to change the heart of people or of some sort? You coming to the front on the Lord's day to talk about God and therapy and how you truly sorry? Did you think that was going to change their heart just a bit? It did. I just don't believe he's sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and get into what Tamar had to say. I may have to blow this up over here. So Tamar says, I was triggered yesterday. I wish I didn't see the video. I want to unsee it so bad because it took a long time to forget what it's like to love and suffer at the same time. She says it took a long time to love myself and actually think I was worth more. I want to spread love for those who was triggered from their own experiences and left them feeling the same way that I did. I would also like to send love and light to my friend Cassie. I'm sure for you to relive that in front of the world was suffocating, but God has allowed you to see the side of love that is beautiful just like you are. For the person reading this and has no idea how to leave, you are beautiful. You are worth it. I'm praying for you and you will make it out of this. Please be wise, have a plan, and get help. Yesterday, I needed a real hug. Today, I'm going to therapy. Okay, so this is what Tamar had to say regarding the video that we just seen with Miss Cassie. Okay, I do believe that, what's his name, Uncle Luke has some things to say. So Let us check out what he had to say as well. All right, let me go up. Where is that video at? Was it taken down just now? Let me see. Oh no, I think this is it right here.
If anybody's guilty, they are just as guilty as them, as the individual who did the dumb shit. I'm not gonna be around no dude up no woman. I'm not for them. I guess that's why I don't float in them circles, because I don't get invited to the little soirees and the little hidden parties and the little private deals and all that, with all the free going on and all that. They know not to have. They know not to. I don't play like that. I don't even carry myself like that. So if I see anybody, and they know how I am, I love kids. I'm always helping people. That's what it's all about. If I was around something like that, I would definitely have said something. And for all them people who's around getting a check, turning a blind eye, or look at security dudes who want to run their mouth right now for a check, you should have stepped to that man and said something right there. But Jesus Christ. Some people come from small families, yes. Yes, they do. And I guess when people know that people come from small families, then they do shit like that. Or when you see dudes do shit like that, them the dudes who don't be wanting to step to no man like that. Step to a man like that.
I don't think family got nothing to do with it.
Oh God, this is bad. This is so bad. This is bad. I think I don't know how much liquor I drunk last night, because I didn't want to see this no more. I didn't want to look at, I don't want to hear nothing. And then I'm doing a party for this young lady. Shit, I had to drink all the liquor I could drink to get my mind right to go get on stage and make sure the lady had an enjoyable party, which we did in Milwaukee last night. Shouts out to Milwaukee. And the young lady who birthday party, lady booked me to come do her birthday party. Then they fired up one of the man records, and I start drinking some more. Whoa. Like, I'm asking my road manager and the security, like, what DJ playing that shit for? Probably the first time in my life I did not want to even hear an artist that I'm disgusted by.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Garden Rose says, notice he, as in Diddy, kept saying he's sorry for what happened in that video. Very careful wording, not sincere. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't think that he was sincere either. I don't. Now, y'all let me know if y'all know of Uncle Luke having a past or a violent past or anything with women. I mean, I know he would pretty much exploit them as far as like dancing and stuff like that, videos, being nasty, all of that, but I don't know of him being physical. I was just scanning through some of you guys comments over here. But yeah, we're gonna get into Diddy's video one more time, and then I want to check out Cola Booth, who says that she was friends with Kim Porter at some point, even though she only met her once. And after meeting with attorneys, she had to go to her page to do a lot of clarification on some things. So I do want us to check that out, okay? But for the people that's just, hopping in, haven't seen the video, popped on social media and popped on YouTube and saw that Diddy has responded, this is what he's saying.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult.
So this is what Diddy's saying. I don't want to skip. I'm a refresh because I want to see if some of those people that was in such support of him the other day. I want to see if they may have come and, shared any additional comments after they saw, they were showing all this support to him once he dropped this video. This post saying time tells truth. And then next thing you know, we saw the video and they're having to backtrack on some of the things that they said. So I just wanted to check out the comments to see what some people are saying here. Someone says if he squeezed any harder to try and make himself cry, he's going to fart or bust a blood vessel. Whoa, we see where you was trying to go, Diddy, but this is not it. All right, someone says it's too late now. You thought that video wasn't going to drop. You should have been trying to clear this issue up. The damage is done, and you are too. Listen, I agree. I told y'all he had plenty of time to acknowledge this. Plenty of time. Instead, it's just hard to believe when you have sat up here and purchased the video for $50,000, had it within your possession. According to Cassie, you get a raid on your property or multiple properties at that. And then next thing you know, this video has dropped. I don't think that, people are typically only sorry when they get caught. And that's just what it is. Okay. Someone says, how many times did you do this video? Is still not believable. This is the one you picked and I still see Diablo in you. Whoa. All right. Someone says he's sorry he got caught. He been doing the same foul stuff for years. Cassie not the only person that he has violated. All right. Somebody says this man is posting an apology and here come people to tear that down. We're not God, so let's not judge. If half the stuff some of y'all did was put out to the world on video, then some would be totally quiet. She stayed with him. Here we go. She stayed with him years after the video, so she must have forgave him. And basically what you sound like to me, Miss Ma'am, who hopes to be a comedian, you sound to me that it justifies his actions. That's what you sound like to me. She may have forgave him in the moment, but it didn't change his behavior. And it's laid out in the lawsuit. I'm like, damn, do I need to pull the lawsuit up? Do we need to revisit the lawsuit? Okay, it's giving Mariah from Married to Medicine. Do I need to bring out the receipts? And he paid her the very next day. The lawsuit was wrapped up within 24 hours. To me, that is giving guilt in my personal. She says that she stayed with him years after the video, so she must have forgave him. And here y'all in these people's business, genuinely praying for all involved, and hopefully people will get back to their own life issues and stop focusing on others so heavily. Yet here you are as well in the comments. You seem to be focused too. Whoever leaked the video, intentions were not good. It was malicious. Let's all heal and move on in 2024. It definitely was provided or leaked to expose him and his character. And I'm very glad that it was exposed because we've been hearing a lot of stuff about Diddy for years. He's been able to fly above the radar because everything else was happening below it. And now some information is put out to where you just can't hide from it. And here goes Stevie J. Now he just want to put a heart and a prayer under that. Well, we know you will. You've been around this man coattail for a very long periodically time. You won't have the piece of career that you do have if it wasn't for him, I suppose. So yeah, somebody says, mind you, he said enough is enough. I have not done these awful things. On December 6th, LOL, the post is still up. Hitting women is absolutely disgusting no matter what, especially when you yourself have daughters. Okay. And then someone else, this is the last one I'll read. They said, so the fact that Cassie wasn't your only victim, but you're on this video making it seem like that's the only instance you committed, that crime speaks volumes. Okay. You're acting like this is the only one that you committed. That speaks volumes. Okay. So that's terrible. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Let us go ahead and check out writer Cola Booth over here on her page, because she did have to get into a few things for clarity. And let's see. I was looking at it the other day, so let me see. Let me check and see if I still have it, if I have it bookmarked by chance. And we'll get into that. Make sure that you guys are coming into the video and you are liking up the video while I get this together, and see if we can pull that up of what all she had to say. Because okay, I think we're here where she had to clear up a lot of things, okay? Oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay, so here's the update. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me get to these super chats really quickly. Thank you so much for the super chat, Adrian. I'm sorry, will not cut it. He's only apologizing because he got caught. He denied with all of his being that he touched her. Apology not accepted. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Saltwater Daughter comes on. Thank you so much for the super chat. If he went to therapy and was remorseful, why did he call her a liar? And yes, some N-words are going to forgive him. They are. Thank you so much for the super chat. Miss J Ring, I hope I'm saying this right. J Renful. Forgive me, Miss J. But thank you for the super chat. Found you through Bondi. Now you're a fave. Thank you so much. Many of these guys are disingenuous, as their platforms was built on disrespecting women. This is true. This is true. There is also a colorism factor here, but that's another factor. I think you have another point. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Let's get into what Miss Cola Booth has to say over here. All right, so she says, update. My attorneys are engaged in very serious talks today due to comments that I made on yesterday about Kim Porter, Diddy, and Cassie. I am posting the following official statement. I hope this brings clarity as I go forward in speaking up for my deceased friend, Kim Porter. Okay. I don't mind her being vocal if this was indeed a actual friendship, because I'm sure Miss Kamora Lee Simmons, I'm gonna say Kamora Lee, I know she wants to say more when it comes to the Kim situation, but I think she's just, a bit on reserve, not knowing, who or what would come for her. But I know she's always been I know she's always had questions about her death. Okay, so this is the first one. Clarity 1. All right, on her and Kim. So she says, when I met Kim Porter at Hollywood charity event, she came over to me because several people were saying that tall girl was Bin Laden's mistress. Kim remembered seeing me interviewed on MSNBC years earlier. She asked me if it was true. I told her yes. We and several other women ended up chatting for most of the event. Kim and I had been fashion models. We talked a lot about that. Later, Kim and 2 other sisters said they were going to Mr. Child's for dinner. They invited me. We went in different cars, not together. We ended up going to a different restaurant, Ethiopian restaurant on Highland and Olympic. We had food, drinks, and lots of laughter. Kim Porter and I exchanged numbers because she wanted to audition for a part on a TV show at Sunny and knew that I had dated the producer of the show. I offered to talk to him on Kim's behalf, and we exchanged numbers. Okay. So this is the clarity part 1. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you again, April, for the super chat. Hashtag mute Sean Combs. Thank you for the super chat. Let's get into more. Okay, so that was clarity number 1. I believe this might be number 2 here. Okay, so she says, over the next 2 years, I had several phone conversations with Kim Porter. The first conversation was about her audition for my ex's show at Sunny not being a fit. Kim was going to a famous comedian's house for lunch and invited me. I told her that I detested this particular black comic because of very cruel remarks he made about me during the Bin Laden scandal in 2003. Kim Porter and Andre Leon Talley, who I believe has passed away, and he was a part of the interview with Diddy and Cassie at the Met Gala, where Diddy was giving off some very weird vibes. Yes. So she says that those two were two of the very few Black American people that were sympathetic to the deep trauma I had experienced being kidnapped in Morocco by bin Laden's men. I was RAPE'd by Sami. The first night I was held against my will at La Maison Abrabe, I think it's Arabe, for 6 months. She says I experienced gang. She says at Sami's instructions, she says I have been in therapy for years behind modeling in Morocco. Okay. Thank you so much, Jax H, for the super chat. Can you please hit the like button? Yes, please. We have over 2,300 people in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. You could be anywhere, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it. So definitely, show some support, and hopefully we could get up to 1,000 likes before the video is over. So thank you guys. All right. So this is where part 2 is, a clarity 2. So we're going into more. All right. She says, Kim Porter and Andre Leon Talley were sympathetic to what happened to me. I could cry to them. Americans, is what she says, generally made fun of her RAPE and trafficking in Morocco. That's horrible to hear. She says many so-called bin Laden experts feared losing their careers for not knowing about me, so they attacked me and called me a liar. Bin Laden's family spent money trying to discredit me. Black woman writer Disha Filial viciously accused me of being a fraud and made incredibly hurtful and hateful comments to me that made me feel like I wanted to unalive myself. Okay. She says everyone joked about my name, Booth, being weird. She says a Booth is a Nalactic war drum. She says the comedian that Kim wanted to have lunch with and me tagged along. She says was part of those who twisted her story. Okay. Why would you date a terrorist is what was said. She says, as if we have dating in the Arab world. She says, as if women have rights, especially a black woman. When CNN, Fox News, NY Post began calling bin Laden's SEX, they start calling her his SEX slave. Okay. She says, you would think black Americans would remember Sally Hemings and have compassion for my suffering, but no, zero. It was funny to them. Okay. She goes on to clarify in 4. She says, in our first few telephone chats, Kim Porter told me to let it out. We talked nonstop about every facet of what I went through. She says with Osama and others, she says I had killed a man, one of Osama's bodyguards, who was very racist and despised that his boss was sleeping with her and had her put in put her in charge of the compound. Okay. She says in the guard, I believe, was going to unalive her. She says it happened at a party. They had 12 witnesses. She says she stabbed him until he was not here anymore. She says I did 1 day in jail. Sami got me out and took me back to the Laz Mansion Arab. She says Kim Porter was fascinated by her story and they mostly talked about her at first. She says she told her that Andre Leon Talley and Whitney Houston were the only people who cared about her trauma. Media was cruel to her, is what she says. All right. She goes on to clarify on 5. She says Kim Porter was such a kind person. She was like having a sister. She and Nippy, who is Whitney Houston, had allowed me to vent in our phone conversations about my chronic nightmares, my therapy sessions. Whitney always called Osama Dracula. Okay. She says, and I found that hilarious and stress relieving. Kim Porter began to tell me things about her relationship with Diddy. So it seems like they started making some type of connection based on Cola's story, and then we get into her relationship with Diddy. Okay. She says she wanted me to understand that she totally related to being kept. RAPE'd. Whoa. This is what Kim Porter said, and this is all alleged coming from Cola. She says that Kim understood as far as the beating was concerned and racially demeaned, is what she says. As I had been by the Arab men over my hair texture, mahogany coloring. She says we did not talk every day or every week. Maybe every 3 weeks we caught up with each other. Sometimes it was just a brief. She says, hey, girl, I'm flying to Miami. Got lots to tell you about so-and-so. Talk later. Other times we were on the phone for hours, but during these phone calls, Kim Porter told me about her deep love for Diddy, how she wanted to make it work with a black man for our community's public image, and her desire to make it bigger as something. Okay, she wanted to be a model, actress, whatever she could. She wanted to go on to be bigger than what she was, I guess, with Diddy. Okay, and this is according to Cola. All right, she goes on to say, Kim told me that she wanted to write a book about her life, but she feared writing anything about Diddy. She had spoken to an editor or two in New York City. They were making it clear publishers can't buy a book from you if you're not going to give us the goods, as in the dirt. We want the dirt. This put horrible pressure on Kim Porter. I was already a successful television writer under contract to Sony and NBC at the same time. I ghosthead wrote the soap opera Days of Our Lives and was moved to Young and the Restless after the Bin Laden scandal broke, and sponsors began demanding that I be fired. So much was going on. It was terrible, but Kim was such a sister for me. She was on my side. All right. She goes on to say, Kim invited me to her house in Toluca Lake, but I am known for being lazy and not liking to leave my own ranch. They jokingly called me the African Garbo because I don't like attention the way people think I do. So I never did come to Kim's house. Over the next few months, Kim Porter began writing her life story. She told me about it. Just I shared with her the details of my experience with Osama and Hussein. Okay, she goes on to say, now she does say this Hussein person was her sugar daddy, who also mentored Sami. All right. She goes on to speak on someone else that I believe she was in connection with. And she says, just as I told Kim all about this, she told me all about her experiences with Diddy. And it was a horrid abuse, is what she's saying. All right. Getting on to Clarity 8. Okay, so it said Kim was excited about the book she was writing. She told me she was afraid for Diddy to read it. And then a few weeks later, I saw on the news that she was gone. I wrote articles attacking Diddy. For instance, there was one I did about him putting out a call for models for his new champagne. And he specifically said no dark-skinned women, light-skinned or biracial only on the call sheet. I wrote about that and other things, but I did not expose Kim's secrets, the things she told me in confidence, because frankly, everyone, even Black Americans, were already calling me a liar. They despised me for being a Sudanese. She says, despised me for speaking my mind earlier on colorism and the one drop rule. So who was going to believe me if I spilled Kim's secrets? As Disha Philia said to me, you're just a fraud and a liar. Your birth parents weren't killed in front of you when you were 6. She says, I was too afraid to completely speak up in my attacks on Diddy. Okay. Then she goes on to clarify in 9. She says, yesterday when I watched the video of Diddy beating and stumping poor Cassie, dragging that poor girl like she was a rag doll down until she had carpet burns, it enraged me so much that I honestly felt like I heard Kim Porter whispering in my ear, now, Cola, now. It's okay. Do it now. She says, I can't take it. She says Kim Porter was murdered. Okay. She says she did not deserve what happened to her, and I am not the one that you can intimidate and make me back down from a fight. I'm an African mother of 2 sons. I'm a good daughter of my wonderful adoptive Black American mother, and I am Naima Bent Harith, as Cola Booth. She says, I'm severely damaged, traumatized, embattled, and misunderstood. And I am the most truthful woman that has ever set foot on American soil. F what you heard. Cola Booth is the truth. Okay? It's a lot going on there. It's a lot going on. So this is what she said. And, you know, she came in and she definitely clarified a few things for the people. Okay. I guess she got the clearance from her attorneys to go further in depth about it. And this is what she's saying. She had the relationship with Kim Porter. She confided in Kim. Kim confided in her. And here we are. So it seems like Cola has even more information that she's alleging, in my opinion, from what Kim told her, and she hasn't even scratched the surface of what she could share that Kim told her. At least that's how it appears from what she's saying here. Okay, so this is horrible. This is a lot. This is a lot. Okay. Shout out to the 2,600 people we have gotten in here. For the people that have not gotten a chance to hear Diddy and you just hopped on YouTube and you saw this video and you wanted to hear what he said, I'm gonna play that again for you guys to get into. Okay.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. Going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult to reflect on.
So that's Diddy. Okay. That is Diddy apologizing to Miss Cassie. I can't even say, and y'all let me know, I can't even really say that the apology is really to Cassie. It seemed like it's an apology to everybody else that witnessed that. And I'm gonna play that again because, and I've played it a few times, but in this moment, I'm like, I don't think he's really apologizing to her for real. I think he's apologizing to everybody else, and definitely more so for the fact that he got caught. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's giving it. And then we're gonna get a chance to check out. I'm gonna replay more from a ex, Gina. And I don't want to mess up her last name, so I'm not gonna say it. But Gina is one of his exes, and a lot of people may recall from when her and Young Miami got into a argument on social media. Young Miami mentioned something about you a eater. You know, Diddy will have you down on your knees if he wanted to have you there, and you know that. Okay, so we'll play something that she said because it seems like she came out and was trying to tell her story like years ago, around 2018, 2019. So we'll get into a clip of that. But I'm gonna play this Diddy audio again because I don't think he was apologizing to Cassie. Okay.
To reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. And go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Okay, so it's definitely giving I'm putting my best acting forward. That's number one. Number two is also giving to me that I don't know why, but I was watching his eyes and I'm like, either it's the overacting or either you're reading something. Yeah, like that's kind of what I was like. Are you reading something? Is something like you're making sure you hit these, but to make sure that you do this, you do that, you do this, and you're looking over there at it, it didn't come off genuine to me. And it seems like he's apologizing for the video, that the video came out and it disturbed and triggered so many people, but it's not necessarily an apology directly to Cassie, in my personal. And some people still wouldn't accept the apology regardless of what it is, because people do feel as though they were trolled, they were played with, when the statement came out back in 2023, when he said that he's not guilty of any of the allegations people were putting out there about him. And then yet here we are. Okay. Thank you so much, Olga, for the super chat. Love you, Jami. Love you back. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Next up, I do want us to check out Gina, and this is a short clip, all right? And this is some of the things that she has alleged that Diddy had done to her when they were in a relationship.
Okay. He had like a mansion party, and we went, but while we were there, I was sitting here, and then Puff, and then Meek, but I was like covered with like a stand or something, like probably says like happy birthday Meek or something like that, but it's like a little stand that like was covering me, because there was like a lot of cameras and stuff there. So it was like me, Puff, and Meek. Puff had like leaned forward to like talk to somebody, say hi or whatever, and so I turned over to Meek and I said happy birthday. He put his hand out and then he was like thank you, so I reached his hand and shook it. And as I shook Meek's hand, he turned around and saw it, and he got so mad.
Wow.
And then we probably like stayed like 20 minutes after that happened. And then when we got in the car, he like grabbed my hair. We were in the one of those Escalade trucks.
Okay.
So I was sitting on this side, he was on the other side, and he like grabbed my hair and like cussed me out for doing that. He was like, why the fuck can I cuss?
Yeah.
Oh, he was like, why the fuck you shaking his hand for, like, just saying
So
stuff
it
like
was
that. I
just
was
like
like
a jealous rage.
yeah, I was like, I was just saying happy birthday, nothing else. I think he thought I was trying to be sneaky behind his back, because I like reached over when he like leaned forward to talk to somebody else. So he thought I was trying to be sneaky.
And you were how old at this time?
I was 22 probably.
Wow. Okay.
And then he did this, so King Los was sitting in the back.
Okay.
And then when we got to the hotel, it got even worse. And he took one of my heels and tried to throw it at me, and then he like mushed my face and like really hard and made my nose bleed.
Wow.
And the only person that ever
Now I want to kind of go recheck the interview out so that I can hear more of, what happened. And she came out with this a while ago, and I do feel like a lot of people didn't believe her. I don't even remember it honestly coming out until it started to resurface like this year. And I know I haven't heard the full interview in its entirety, but I know a lot of people likely didn't believe her. She was the only person coming out. And then also at a later time, we did see that she was back connected to him. Van Lathan came out with something the other day after being called out by Rocky, and he mentioned something about this situation, but didn't want to really touch it, I guess, didn't want to really get too involved in what was going on. So I think a lot of people just didn't believe her, and now it's coming to the front. He mentioned that someone told him when she wanted to interview with him, he said that someone told him that interview would have been a waste of time because she would have been right back up under him anyway. But what he did was he was actually going to people to ask them, hey, I've been hearing these things about Diddy. Can you confirm whether or not it's true? And they, this person wants to interview with me or whatever. From what he said, it didn't seem like, or at least he didn't let us know whether or not they confirmed or denied whether the allegations about Diddy were true. They just said it would have been a waste of your time to interview her because all she was going to do was be right back up under him again. Okay. So that's what was put out regarding them. So yeah, but I just wanted to come and, chat with you guys quickly. I did get a chance to check out the TMZ downfall of Diddy. I got a chance to watch that documentary. It's over there on Tubi for anybody wanting to watch it. It's about an hour long. One of the things that definitely stood out to me on that was something that Usher mentioned, right? And it seems like he had to sit down either with Oprah or somebody because TMZ got that audio or that clip from the OWN network. So that was interesting where Usher kind of highlighted that he was like in the clubs and was doing certain things and activities with Diddy that he should have been doing because he was still a kid. I think he was like 14 or something like that he mentioned. And I was like, oh wow, I've never heard Usher like really speak on that in that manner. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell you doing? You got me around here with you hanging with these people and doing. I'm not supposed to be doing that. I'm a kid, bro. I can't do what you're doing. I was like, well, why I ain't never seen this clip before? I've seen people ask Usher about whether, he would have his kids hang around Diddy or anything. He would say, no, I would keep my kids far away from that or whatever. I witnessed a lot of stuff when I was younger, but I didn't hear the small snippet that they did put into that downfall of Diddy. So you guys can go over there and check it out. I want a better documentary, though. It seemed like they were covering things about Diddy, honestly, more so from the more recent events. Okay, right? But I want somebody, you know how they have those documentaries where they kind of deep dive and they go into where a person started, how they came up, what their household was like, and going all the way up until how they got to where they are today. I'm sure that is forthcoming, but that's the documentary that I'm looking forward to seeing in the future. But let me see what else you guys are saying. Stern Howard. Okay, I can watch that interview. Someone says watch Usher's interview with Howard Stern. Okay, let's see what else. So let's talk about. I'm not sure about that. Let's keep going. Someone says I don't like him at all. What he did was disgusting. People can change. All these stories that people are coming out with are from years ago. Are you saying people can't change? I think people can definitely change, but I feel like the issue here, Miss Utopia, is the fact that he denied these stories, right? So he sat up here and denied that any of these allegations about him were true, and we're seeing that there is some truth. So with that being said, how much has a person really changed if just months ago they were sitting lying in your face? So I think that's where people are. At least that's where I am. Let's see. Somebody says it's not a one-time situation with Diddy. This is Diddy's lifestyle. He has been doing evil things for decades. Okay. Someone else says, Miss Utopia, you can believe him if you can discern his truth or lies, but this is not a changed man. His actions not so long ago are proof of what he is. He is lying through his teeth. Okay. So, yeah. Miss Utopia going to war with y'all in these comments, ain't he? For her zitty. Girl, listen, y'all have a right to choose who and what side y'all gonna stand on. Okay. So that is a personal decision on you all. Somebody says he literally just said it wasn't true. The allegations, the only reason for his fake apology is because a video surfaced. Had he not, he'd still be denying it. Okay. And then taunting is what it was given to me, as we already saw over on BET. Okay. And shout out to Cassie for holding me down during the dark times. Love. What? That was disrespectful in my personal, okay? But interesting. I forgot I saved this. Someone says Kim Porter indeed tried to call 911 at 2:43, but Kim was found dead at 11. AP, Associated Press, reported that Porter was found dead in her Los Angeles home after going into cardiac arrest while fighting flu-like symptoms. At the time, it still remained unclear how she died, but the story changed at least 3 different times. The first autopsy said she was poisoned, and the coroner died suddenly after trying to reopen the case. He died from natural causes. The second coroner said it was pneumonia, and it took him 2 weeks. But at first, she died from natural causes, not to mention Diddy purchased her casket a month before she passed. Now, how y'all know that? Okay, born December 15, 1970, and she was killed November 15, 2018. Interesting. Girl, y'all will definitely be internet sleuths, and I'm not going to come up against y'all. So I definitely understand why everybody wants to do further investigating. Listen. But I just wanted to come give you guys a quick update. I'm not going to force this live to be any longer than what it already has been, okay? I thank you guys so much for being here. You guys can continue the conversation down below. At this time, that is all that I have. I am Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Jami, that's me. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming, I swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be.
It's drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I never know one of these.
Amen. Amen.
Gee.